Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to NFL Talks with your host, Nolan Roberts, and welcome back to another video. Now, today we will be discussing how bright the Jacksonville Jaguars' future is. Now, before we get into that, let me just say, hit that subscribe button if you are new. We are almost at 30 subs. Let's get there by tonight. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the video or any video that I do make, because, you know, they are all bangers, so what else can I say? And comment down below what type of video I should do next, or any thoughts or comments you would like to make on this topic that I'm doing right now. So let's just get right into this. Now, how bright is their future? Well, let me tell you about some of the players on the team. Second-year QB Gardner Minshew, right? I'm pretty sure he only started 14 games last year, had an above 90 passer rating, if I'm correct. This year, though, for some reason, they took him out midway through the season. He was not the problem of that Jacksonville team. Definitely not. It was definitely a combination of their O-line, lack of star receivers, and just defensive struggles and poor management. With only 8 starts this season, threw for 2,200 yards, 16 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, with a 95 passer rating. I mean, you got to imagine, if you just do the per 16 game perspective, that's 4,500 yards total and 32 touchdowns. Like, that would have put him at what, 4th or 5th in yards, and touchdowns he would have been top 10. I mean, he was having a great season. I don't know why they took him out. It's like basically the case for Deshaun Watson on the Texans. Great player, bad team. The rookie undrafted running back broke the record for most scrimmage yards by an undrafted rookie, which I believe he had over 1,300. Not exactly sure though, but I know he had 1,070 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4.5 yards per carry. Doing this in only 13 starts, I believe, if I'm correct. Had 10 games over 60 yards, 4 games over 100 yards, 4 different games with 5 or more yards per carry. This season he was 5th in rushing yards and 9th in all-purpose yards. I mean, like, he's not putting up top numbers, but for an undrafted rookie, that is crazy to think about. Obviously, and another thing, this team is so young. Gardner Minshew in his second season is only 24 years old, and this undrafted rookie James Robinson's only 22. But some team stats that really aren't that good. They only were, they were 30th in points scored with 19, and in points allowed, they were 31st with almost 31, which is terrible. They definitely need to do something around there. But on the receiving end, they don't have like a star receiver, but they definitely have some consistent receivers, having 3 different players with over 600 yards and 5+ touchdowns, as well as all 3 of them having 50 or more receptions. Those players being Shenault Jr., Keenan Cole, and DJ Chark. All young players too. Shenault's only 22 years old, Keenan Cole is 27, and DJ Chark is 24. Now on the defensive side, they struggle a bit, but they have a couple good players. Let me tell you who. Joe Schobert, the recent offseason pickup from the Browns. Only 27 years old, managed to get over 140 tackles, 3 interceptions, 6 tackles for losses, and 2.5 sacks. Led the team in interceptions, tackles for loss, tackles. Definitely balled out, but just, on a bad team, there's nothing you can really do. I definitely think he deserves a Pro Bowl. Don't know how he didn't get in it. And Miles Jack, got drafted in 2016. I'm pretty sure he was 20 years old at the time, but went into the league turning 21. He's 25 right now, with 118 tackles, 5 passes defended, 6 tackles for loss, which, tied Joe Schobert and helped lead the team. It was also an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and he only played 14 games. This is all doing this at outside linebacker, if I'm correct. Just a bunch of young players. They had the first overall pick too. And if I were them, I think that I would draft either a lineman. Maybe you could pull off some, 2013 Kansas City vibes. Or you could go on the defensive side. If they were going to go onto the defensive side, I would definitely get either an end or a cornerback. Someone in the secondary. But if you're going on offense, I would definitely go for a star receiver or a star O-lineman. Obviously, they have lots of young players. With slight better management and just those couple star players, they could be right back to 2017 status, back in the AFC Championship. Which, that Jaguars team came out of nowhere, with Blake Bortles and Allen Robinson and all those players. So maybe they can get right, back up to speed. Their backup halfback is also 26 years old. And they only have 1 defensive player that is 30. Their whole team, the average age of their whole team is only around 25. Like, they have time. Like, you can guarantee that within the next 5 years, they're going to be pulling off some playoff wins, I bet. Because their team is so young, and those young players have already shown such, tremendous strides and progression and stuff like that, that they just, they have to, it's like, they just have to do better. James Robinson, I definitely, when I want to compare him to someone, he reminds me of, like a Josh Jacobs. Obviously, Josh Jacobs is only in his second year, but they both didn't play the full season in their rookie career, in their rookie season, and they still put up, above average numbers. They had the same amount of touchdowns in rookie season, around the same yards per carry, definitely giving off the same vibes. James Robinson, 5'9", 220 pounds, absolute tank right there. Absolute beast. Gardner Minshew, I definitely think he can be a franchise QB if they get the right weapons around him. Now, I don't necessarily think that they need a good tight end, because I don't really think that the Jaguars have a good tight end set, or at least plays that utilize their tight end well. I think they just use blocking tight ends. But if they get like one-star receiver, dude, then it's just game over, because with the James Robinson, the Gardner Minshew, and that one-star receiver trio, it kind of reminds you of Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce trio. They just got the, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire plays up to expectations, then they'll be really, stacked. But they just got to have that one trio, dude, and then they're just, dude, out. Dude, they're going to put up some dumb offensive stats. Definitely some players to look out for. Guarantee. I don't know what kind of path Minshew is going to take, but I definitely think that they should be starting him within, next season, because obviously, all the QBs that played for them this season, like Jake Luton, he's also 24, same age as Minshew, played nowhere near the same, had a 2-to-6 touchdown to interception ratio. Terrible. Minshew in 8 games threw 16 touchdowns, only had 5 picks, with a 66% completion as well. Absolutely balled out, had set a career high in every single category. Completion percentage, yards, or not yards, but yards per game, touchdowns, or at least, touchdowns per game, I guess you could say. Nearly, if he would have started the whole season, he would have put career high numbers in every single category. James Robinson, I definitely think that if they get the O-line next year, that they're going to, he's definitely going to put up some better numbers. They just got to, get the... Obviously, management is key. With the better management is definitely what's going to make them the better team. Now, those are just some reasons on why I think that Jacksonville Jaguars future is the brightest. Now, thanks you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button. And if you have, just an idea for a new video, comment down below. Anyways, guys, farewell, from NFL Talks with your host, Nolan Roberts. And thanks for watching.